Hello, hello. Today this video is going to be short and sweet because it's going to take on the knowledge we already know and work backwards. So right now we know if two lines are parallel, then alternate interior, alternate exterior, and corresponding are congruent, and we also know that same side interior would be supplementary or add up to 180. Today we're going to be talking about what if we have two lines and they're cut by a transversal and we don't know they're parallel, but we know that corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, and alternate exterior angles are congruent, or if we know that same side interior are supplementary, then we could conclude that the two lines are parallel. So I'm going to go through the next slides pretty quickly because all it's saying is the opposite of that we already know. So converse is kind of like opposite. So converse of corresponding angles. If we know that corresponding angles are congruent, then we know the two lines that help create them are parallel. If we know that for alternate interior lines, if we know two alternate interior lines are congruent, then we know the two lines are parallel. So again, it's just flip-flopping or the converse of the statement. If we know that two alternate exterior angles are congruent, then we know the two lines are parallel. Finally, if we know that same side interior angles are supplementary, then we know the two lines are parallel. So it says which lines are parallel if angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. Well, if I look at angle 1 and angle 2, the line that helps create them is this line right here. That touches both angles. So then I'm going to look at the two lines that don't touch, would be these blue ones. So those would be the two lines that would be parallel. And I have to justify my answer. So I could say A would be parallel to B because angle 1 and 2 are corresponding angles. So that would be my answer. Now it's saying if I know 6, let's see here 6 and here 7, what lines are parallel and justify your answer. So again, first I want to look for the line that touches both those two angles. So that would be this purple line right here. And then I want to look at the two lines that do not touch but go through that purple line. So that would be this green and this green. So now I know that L would be parallel to M because these two angles, 6 and 7, are also corresponding angles. So now this fence at the right is made up of pieces of wood and arranged in various directions, and it's saying that angles 2 and 1 are congruent. Are lines R and S parallel? Well, first I look at where's the transversal. Here's the line that creates both those lines. So it's asking for R and S. Are they parallel? I'm going to say yes. Because what type of angles are 1 and 2? They're both on the outside of the two lines, and they're on opposite sides of the transversal. So this would be alternate exterior angles. So now I want to figure out what the value of x would be if I want to prove that A and B are parallel. So first I have to decide what type of angles do I have. So here are the two given angles. And since they're on the same side of the transversal and on the inside of the two lines, they're same side interior. And same side interior is the only one that says that the two angles add up to 180. So I'm going to write out an equation to figure out what x should be to make those two lines parallel. So first I'm going to combine like terms. I have 2x plus 120 is equal to 180. I'm going to subtract 120 from both sides of the equations, and I would get 60 divided by 2, so x should be equal to 30. When x is equal to 30, those two lines are parallel. For the second one, it's asking the same question. The first thing I have to do is, okay, here are my two angles given. What type of angles are they? They're on the same side of the transversal, but not both of them are on the interior. So these would be corresponding. So what I know about corresponding is that those two angles should be equal if the two lines are parallel. So I'm going to set up my equation. Since they're equal, add 2 to both sides, so I have 57 is equal to 3w, and then divide by 3, and I would get 19 is equal to w. In order for those two lines to be parallel, 19 has to be equal to w. So make sure to fill out your Google form and submit it.